Okay, I'm going to try something new here. I'm going to move this closer so hopefully you can hear. It's me. You can tell by my gardening shoes that are getting great workout this year. And I'm going to try and show you, without you getting too dizzy here from me moving around, my backyard. So this is my little sitting corner here with my dirty, haven't had time to clean yet, my dirty bench, but I'll clean that up, and then a little bird bath with some leftover water in there from the rain. This area over here, I'm going to put an old rose in over here, and then these are just my paper whites that are on the way out. They bloomed in the spring and they bloom again in the fall, and they're just getting done. I'm just letting the energy go back down into the bulbs so it has a good bloom for the next time. And that's my little whirligig. Whee! Anyway, and that's my blood orange that I think is finally going to bloom. About time. It's not in bloom yet, but that's my little, it's a little red rose. You can see some buds, they're coming in over here. You can see they're starting to bud out. And then this is my variegated lemon, my pink lemonade. I've got my wind chimes back here. So the only one that can hear them at night is me, which is fine. I don't mind because they're pretty sounding. And that's another rose called Halo Sweetie that I got from Ralph Moore, who's a breeder of miniature roses. He passed a few years ago. Anyway, one of his creations. This is my key lime that is starting to bloom. I don't know if you can see some of the blooms there that are just about ready to pop. And then I've got my hummingbird feeder over here, my little gazing globe. This is another Ralph Moore rose, and this one is Sequoia Gold, and it's just covered with buds and blooms. It's just starting. And that's my Uzu tree that has also got some buds on it. Over where? Oh, there's one. See if I can get it without getting stabbed. This thing has very sharp needles, but there's, I don't know if you can see it. There's one right there. And there's just some buds starting in over here as well. And then there's my, it's just starting to bloom. Unfortunately, none are totally open yet, but that's my brother Cadfael. This is my climbing rose called Flamingo Dancer. Flamingo like the bird, flamingo. And then I've got another little bird bath here with some, what are these things? Little glass floats. So, and then there's just the other side of my Flamingo Dancer. It's just coming into bloom. There's a bloom for with Brother Cadfael. Unfortunately, my vineyard song is just in bud form. It's not in bloom yet. And we have another old rose back there. And then this rose is called, I don't know if you can see it very well. This rose is called Maroon 8. It was named Rose of the Year. I know the breeder, Burling. She's in Visalia, so we're all very proud that her rose that she bred, and she also actually bred this rose here. It's more of the Flamingo Dancer. She actually bred that rose as well. Her roses are really, really good. She worked with Ralph Moore for 35 years, so she knows what she's doing. On my little sundial over here, there's another rose that's going to go back there, another old rose that's going to go back there. And this is Mary Magdalene, which is a David Austin rose. Very pretty rose. A little droopy right now because it's still a baby and the blooms are big and heavy. So this cad over here is called, this is an old rose from 1885, and that is Vic's Caprice. It's a found rose that Vic, forget his first name, his last name was Vic, found in the 1800s. And really like this rose. It's got very subtle striping, which I'll see if you can tell down here. It's got very, very subtle striping on it. It's very pretty. This rose here is called Oggi di Fata, which is Eye of Fate. It's an Italian rose by a breeder of the last name of Barney. And it starts out white. Let's see if I can move over here so that you don't get too dizzy. But it starts out white, and as the blooms age, they turn pink on the edge, and then when they're finally pretty much totally open, they turn totally pink. So it changes colors depending upon, there's another one down there, on the age of the rose. So everything got watered this morning, so everything's feeling a little droopy. Oh, I gotta pick up Mary Magdalene's kind of upset at the moment. So anyway, there's more of Oggi di Fata, and you can see where the water kind of knocked down Mary Magdalene there this morning. And then just another view of my arbor with my Solari bells on there. And then just another view of Maroon 8 over there. So let me slowly turn. You can see my umbrellas. I have my string lights. I haven't put them up yet because it's still a little too early for the umbrellas to go up. I'm concerned about wind and storms. Once we get into summer, I don't need to worry about that, and I can have them up. This is my fountain. Looking a little green at the moment. It needs cleaning. So hopefully I'll get that done in the next month. And then, remember this? I got this over at that great nursery by Alisol. So anyway, lovely Lenore is her name. And then just again, sorry for the dirty table, but just more of my little tchotchkes around and my light. And then, do you remember we got this over at Weiss & Sons? Or J.W. Weiss, or whatever it's called. Anyway, we got that over there. This is a rose that has no name, because I grew this one from seed for a breeder. He got what he needed from it as far as traits, genetically, and that's it. He was breeding for a certain trait and found that by crossing these roses he got that trait. So I don't know whether that rose is going to stay or go. We'll see. Two others of his, I ended up basically culling them this year. I have a little bird bath, another one because the birds broke the one I had. And there is my crystal lavender mini. It was bred in Japan. And then this is Princess Alexandra of Kent rose. She's not quite in bloom yet. And this one down here, I don't know if you can see very well, that's the Diamond Anniversary rose. So not the camera's probably not giving the best colors, but this is another rose called Peppermint Parfait, also bred by Ralph Moore. It takes the heat really well. It's a stripy. I like my stripy roses, and you can see hopefully here some of the colors and things. Oh, I hope. It's hard with the sun out to see some of the colors on this rose, but each rose blossom is different. Very pretty. This one is nursery back east wanted me to try one of their getting a rose mailed here in California. So this one's blooming for the first time. It's called Jubilee Celebration, and it was basically named after the Queen's 50th anniversary as Queen or something. Anyway, I don't have a bloom open yet. This one is also a rose that was named after a princess. Oh, it looks like I've got a little bit of, oh yeah, I got aphids, so I need to get some soap out. Anyway, this is Sharifa Asma, and this is not quite open yet. This is another rose. I think Sam McCready is the breeder of this one. He's an Australian breeder, and it's called Minnie Mouse. Very cute, very, very cute rose. Also has another name. What is it? Roller Coaster is the other name. It's a little striped red and white mini, but nothing's open yet. This is Candace. This is a rose that's from South Africa, and I'm one of the few people in the U.S. to have this rose. It's a beautiful rose. It's going to be up front, and so you'll be able to see it open over there. And this is my Australian finger limes. You can see the beginning of the limes. They look like little black fingers right there. And they'll get probably 1 inch to 2 inches long. And that's my Brungmansia that I really chopped down. Obviously something is chomping on it at the moment. I'm not sure what, but something is definitely eating it. And that's my Alpine strawberries, which are delicious. And I had some over here. Yeah, there's some. You can see the little bitty strawberries. They're just little babies. They stay white, by the way. They don't turn red. And they're one of my faves. This is my little semi-protected greenhouse. I got some peppers and then some tomatoes growing in here. So I'm keeping the bugs out of them at the moment. And this is a golden nugget mandarin that's about 5 years old, growing what we call in reverse, although it looks like I may be getting some blooms on it. I don't know, we'll see. I don't know if he's going to stay or go. He should be a whole lot bigger by now, because when I got him, he was a 3-year-old tree. So anyway, and then this is my herb cart over here, and I've got some lovage and some thyme, some sage, some chives over here. I've got mint down there. Got Greek oregano here, Italian parsley, some basil, and room for something else that I can't figure out at the moment what it's going to be. This is my little baby fig tree. Still not sure about the color of these leaves. I don't know. Aha. There was something that was on there. It just ran off. Anyway, so we'll see. It's Violette de Bordeaux is the variety of fig. These are the 3 roses where there's the blank spaces they're going to go. So this one, first one is an old rose, Yolande d'Aragon. She's just coming into bloom. And this is Portland from Glendora, a found rose. And it's a little slow start, but it's coming along. And this one here is Marquesa Borgella, and she's just starting to come in. She looks like she may be getting a little floppy. I may need to put a little support there for her as she's growing. These are irises I got from my iris class. So these are Eleanor Roosevelt's, and I haven't figured out, I just shoved them in here because I haven't figured out where I'm going to plant them yet. And then this is an iris from 1882, I think is what I was told. And I can't remember the name. It was like Commander or something or other, but I'll have to ask the teacher again what the name is. And then my cousin rosemary plant. So let me turn around here and you can see my garden. So, and then I put a little tablecloth and my little chairs over there, and there's my barbecue over there with rocks on it to hold the lid down during or the cover on during the wind. And that's it.